And as we breathe each and every holy, sacred in-breath and out-breath, there flows in a stabilizing energetic. The stabilization is part of the Shalometh Shalom and the Azi Shalom, the peace that surpasses all human understanding. And as we bring into our awareness this frequency that flows, it flows in all directions. It comes from above and it comes also from below. It comes from the sides and every corner, like rays of a sun. This energetic of the Azi Shalom and the Shalometh Shalom brings in its sacred divine codes. Because, beloveds, the very creation from the source of all creations was indeed that of perfect balance. And it is in the perfect balance that you have the stabilization of creation. And in that stabilization of creation is indeed the highest frequency of source, benevolent, loving, caring, perfected and whole. And so the stabilization frequency of perfect balance now comes asking the children of light upon the earth to hold this frequency within themselves so it can be contributed to the human collective unconscious. And we would take a moment to speak about the collective unconscious. For indeed, beloveds, there was a great destabilization in the course of galactic history, a great destabilization that not only affected the beautiful Gaia, the Earth Mother, where you find yourselves and where so many come in awe of her, but also other creations as well. And this destabilization process has been a foundational source of misguidedness, distortion, miscreations, and great imbalance. And the foundational of all of the destabilization has been that of the most sacred divine feminine, and that the imbalance and destabilization has thwarted and twerked the perfect balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And so, unless there is that perfect balance, the highest point of creation and ascension is not possible. For in the creating process, it has always been the two becoming the three. And so we must go back to the source, beloved, to the source. And in that source, in all things, there has been the consort and the king. There has been the king and the queen. There has always been the balance of the two to create the three. And so we say to you, beloveds, for those of you that hold the higher heart of compassion, the sense of kindness, loving kindness, and most certainly divine mercy, We call upon the frequency of divine mercy, for this is transcendent of all distortions, of all mistakes, of all miscreations. Indeed, the very creator is that of divine mercy. Without divine mercy, things would never have the redemption power that it has. And so to bring forth the redemption, to bring forth the balancing of things, to bring forth the equalizing of things, we now bring in the stabilization of perfect balance, holding the frequency of divine mercy. And now, beloveds, let us all work together. Let us bind together through the higher heart of compassion. And in that compassion is where you find mercy. And with each and every in-breath and out-breath, we bring forth this divine mercy. It is that part of us that brings forth the kindness, that brings forth the understanding, the magnanimity of all things. It is indeed divine mercy. That's the pathway to sainthood. It is divine mercy that forgives easily. It is divine mercy that lets us transcend the things that challenge us, the injustices of the world, the unfairness of the world. It is the divine mercy that allows us to transcend, to transmute, and to transfigure, bringing in those things because it comes from the highest understanding of unconditional love. And truly, beloveds, as you expand your awareness, your knowledge, and your wisdom, you have a higher understanding of how things are. And as you have that higher understanding of how things are, then you must have divine mercy. And was it not the great avatars of light, the great divine mother with the compassionate heart that is anchored in divine mercy? For indeed, beloveds, there are those that do not hold the frequency of mercy. And that has been demonstrated in your history over and over and over and over again. And that frequency of mercy is still lacking in the consciousness of humanity. But it is indeed a frequency so needed and integral into the ascension of the planet and all of her life. And so there has always been those, no matter who have kept the flame of mercy strong. And this flame is being called forth once again in its great illuminosity, that hand in hand with forgiveness, there is mercy. And as we breathe in and out the sacred flame of mercy, coming as a pink and violet ray, see clearly a flame of pink, and the outskirts of this flame is a purple, a violet purple. And just simply see it in your spiritual eye. See it in front of you. And as you breathe the in-breath and out-breath, as you now take a golden cord from your higher heart, we will now send a cord, a ray of gold from our higher heart into this flame we see before us. And as we look at the many different hues from the lightest to the brightest, of the various pink, and around it, the electric violet, we perceive the gold now comes into it as golden flakes, integrating into this flame. And as we hold this frequency, as we choose as the family of light, as we hold, empower, infuse, and inflame the mercy flame upon the earth, all connected with a higher heart of compassion, which holds the mercy flame, bringing it forth as a golden ray, moving into it our unconditional love and compassionate heart. We begin to see the flame become larger and expand. We come together as the family of light, all from various streams of consciousness, from the Davic realms into the elementals, into all of the kingdoms of the sacred earth. All who sense and feel and remember the flame of mercy. It begins to attract as we hold it steady with the golden ray of our higher hearts of compassion, to infuse it with the mercy we hold within our unconditional love and compassionate heart. And I like the sacred heart, the heart of mercy, is cosmic and expansive. This flame is upon many, many, many worlds. It is indeed the flame of mercy that is the glue of unconditional love that is all embracing, all expansive, and all loving. And so we put our focus, beloveds, as we move our heart of compassion and seeing the ray expand of gold within our higher heart. And there is indeed an exchange of this loving, merciful energy. And as we move forward the mercy within us to infuse this flame of mercy that comes to assist and to help, that comes to uplift and to release all bondage through divine mercy. So too, beloved, the exchange comes to you as well. And so mercy fills you up. And with each and every single in-breath and out-breath, you now feel, sense, and behold mercy moving through you, in you, and around you. For you have experienced mercy. You have experienced mercy as you have given it and also as you have received it. And so we simply, together, hold the frequency of the mercy flame the divine mercy that is transcended to all things, all encompassing and bringing all into unity and oneness. For mercy is forgiving, mercy is love, mercy is understanding, mercy is wisdom. And with each and every holy, sacred in-breath and out-breath, as the golden ray from the higher heart continues to integrate, process the exchange of love and mercy, this flame expands. The pink becomes more radiant, and the ultraviolet becomes more bright. And it begins to move and expand, for it cannot be contained. As we continue to be embraced and integrated into it, for its flame consumes us. And we find ourselves within the mercy flame, within a golden heart, holding this exact energetic for all the kingdoms of this sacred earth, for all humanity, bringing into the collective unconscious once again the frequency of mercy, moving into the hearts of men, the hearts of humanity, those that are blocked with hearts of stone, that the mercy frequency begins to move within the heart area. We hold this frequency for those whose hearts have turned to stone. We hold the frequency of mercy, seeing within the golden flakes of the pink and violet ray, moving into the hearts of humanity, moving into those who would harbor war, moving into those who have been hurt, moving into those who are in despair, moving into those who are possessed, moving into those who are and feel alone. We hold the ever-present flame of divine mercy into the hearts of those who have forgotten its loving frequency. And we simply hold, beloveds, together divine mercy for all humanity. We see it moving into places of power. We see the distortions and the imbalances, and we bring forth divine mercy, the understanding that bringing in the mercy can bring back once again the balance, the perfect balance. So we breathe the holy sacred in-breath and out-breath. And with each in-breath and out-breath, as our consciousness moves across the earth, this flame emboldens even more as we are within it and now part of it. And so our thoughts and our intentions brings it forward as a laser beam into circumstances and situations, into people, into groups, into communities, into kingdoms. We move this flame. We move the gold, the pink, and the violet. We bring this healing alchemy through mercy into the human kingdom. We linger in the human kingdom, for there are so many who have forgotten. There's so many in torment. And so we simply linger in the human kingdom. For as the human kingdom can come out of its bondage, it can be released into the higher heart of mercy that is embedded within the heart of compassion and unconditional love. Indeed, beloveds, we speak of that freely here, but there are so many that do not understand or do not know what unconditional, compassionate love that holds mercy is. But they have forgotten. But we come now with a tinkling, with an opening. We come with an awakening into those stoned hearts, in those hearts that cannot forgive themselves or forgive others. Our intention and our loving purpose is to bring the energy of divine mercy to those who have lost its frequency of love, for those who have lost the understanding of compassion, for those who have lost unconditional love, have fallen into the traps of competitiveness, resentment, jealousy, power and greed, and all the lower animal instincts. And so we hold divine mercy for the human kingdom. We hold this mercy with a higher understanding. We hold this mercy with a compassionate heart. We hold this mercy unconditionally. Clearly seeing the transfiguring, transmuting colors, the great healing alchemy that takes place, holding it, expanding it, and increasing it. And now our attention moves to the animal kingdom, for it too requires mercy for all the suffering of the animal kingdom. For all that has been lost in the honoring of the animal kingdom and its majesty. And so we together hold the mercy flame for the animal kingdom and see it spreading throughout the kingdom in all ways, in all directions, and that each being is touched. And this mercy flame expands into all the many, many frequency bands of both the animal and human kingdoms, in all 7 expressions. We hold the frequency of this flame of divine mercy upon the animal kingdom, repairing the relationship and balancing once again the human and animal kingdoms back in balance, in perfect balance and stabilization once again. We now move our intention and attention with the frequency of this flame to the plant kingdom to bring forth again the mercy frequency to the plant kingdom and its own destructiveness that has happened to the plant kingdom, the ancient trees, the ancient record keepers, for the herbal plants and for the very sacred soil. We bring forth once again divine mercy and the stabilization of the plant kingdom once again, and the symbiotic relationship between the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, and the human kingdom. And we bring our attention and intention to the mineral kingdom. We bring in mercy, the flame of mercy for the misuse of crystals, to bring again the higher understanding in all timelines, the misuse of the crystal energy, that through mercy comes forgiveness and a higher understanding. And so we flame mercy upon the crystal kingdom. See here now, in the expansiveness of the flame that we are in of mercy. We now bring our sacred earth in the midst of it all. See her ablazed in divine mercy flame as we stand around her and hold her within its loving embrace. And as we do so, we take a moment to thank and be grateful for mercy that has come to us, that forgiveness that has come to us. And as we have been given mercy, we give mercy. And as we have been forgiven, we forgive. Hold this frequency, beloveds. Hold this frequency. Feel the presence of the benevolent ones that come forward close to you as you hold the mercy flame. And as we are one with this mercy flame, as we hold our beloved Earth Mother, knowing that healing and stabilization and balancing and the higher peace of the Shalom Shalom and the Azi Shalom takes root and anchor through this mercy flame. We hold this frequency just a few more moments. And as we could stay in this beautiful frequency, seemingly forever and ever and ever, with the peace that it brings and the harmony and the balance, it reminds us of what is and can be. We choose to take this shalometh and the Azi Shalom that has been anchored in this divine mercy with us. That as we move and maneuver through this earth, that this is always transcendent to any challenge that may come our way. May the blessings of divine mercy be upon you always. And now the time of the return comes. And as such, the energies begin to step down. And in the midst of the flame begins to dissipate, go back to its source. Our golden ray is always connected to this divine mercy flame. And so we withdraw it now within our higher heart, both the flame of mercy within us and the flame of mercy that has come from the highest realms, anchoring deeply within us the divine mercy flame. We choose to integrate this and process this experience in the days to come. We anchor deeply into this deep-seated peace we find ourselves in, and we make note of the energy and frequency of this experience. That we could draw upon it at any time, that we can always maintain our balance, our peace with the frequency of divine mercy. It is indeed a spiritual tool available to us. We thank those radiant ones who have been here, have participated in this and held this platform for us to receive this grace. And on the count of 3, we are going to prepare ourselves to be back, awake, alert, and very grounded, ever holding the frequency, strong, and integrating and processing at the same time. On the count of 3, we will be back, awake, alert, and grounded. 1, 2, take a deep breath in. and 3. We are back. We are alert, awake, and we are grounded.